What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I want to talk to you guys about the realism of boxing. You know, we have our favorites, we have the people we love to root for, we have the people we love to hate, we have the people we just, that are in between, and the people we don't like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But to make everything clear with everyone, that I wouldn't want any fighter to go in there and get hurt. You know what I mean? Because it's a sport, but this is the type of sport that you can die in. You know, 90 some odd percent of the time, fighters go in the ring and they never come out the same way. Okay? Either it's a broken arm, broken limb, broken hand, sprained ankle, concussion, or worse, right? So you hear a lot of people, like look at Adonis Stevenson. When Adonis Stevenson collapsed and he fell after the savage knockdown, and one hell of a fight that he put up against the young, hungry Ukrainian. But it changed my whole perspective on how I looked at Stevenson. Because, everybody talked, about Stevenson, and I was one to criticize Stevenson. He's holding that belt for hostage. What are you doing? Fight the best. But it's like, yeah, he fought the best. He fought one of those top guys, one of those hungry young guys, one of those guys that he should have ducked. You see what I'm saying? Those guys that, that they looked at it on the piece of paper, however they did it, however Al Heyman does it, and he gives you a list of guys you fight. That would be the guy that you shouldn't have fought. Okay, so he fought that guy. So you have to give him credit for taking a fight like that and choosing an opponent that was that tough to defend his title against. He was the lineal WBC champion. Okay, so he wasn't like no one. He was a long reigning champion. He was up there with like Lara, the guys that's been there and then has fell, last year now, and that made me look at Adonis Stevenson in a totally different way, because now, okay, this is real. Yeah, he's making progress, but, this guy has to live past his career. A lot of times people need to distinguish from boxing is something you do or boxing is who you are. Okay? A lot of times people don't understand, like Andre Ward said it, boxing is something I do. That's not who I am. I'm not going to dedicate my whole life to this. This is something that I did in my life, okay? My life is more important than the sport that I that I chose, okay? That's that. Deontay Wilder, for example, all the ducking and all the, confusion with, the big fights or whatever. I would rather make 100 videos talking about him ducking and him actually ducking these fighters than for him to take that fight and get knocked out or get hurt or seriously injured or death. I'd feel like an ass, because us as fans, as reporters, as commentators, we expect these certain fights to take place, but it is a certain fear involved in a caution to take when you're fighting certain fighters. They know it more than anyone else. They won't admit it. Anyone with an ego will never admit that they're scared. Okay, so let's just cut the crap. All right. So, but there is a knowledge of having caution with fighting certain fighters. Like, nah, I'm not gonna fight that guy. I could get seriously hurt. You know what I mean? The risk has to be worth the reward. So, I want more money. You know what I'm saying? So, if someone wants more money, they are considering that, hey, I could get knocked out, I could be beat, but besides that, I could be hurt. That's the important thing you don't want. Sure, I'd love to see a knockout, right? But if you look at certain knockouts, look at Ray Mercer and Tommy Morrison, for example. That's one of those knockouts that you'd be like, ooh, you know what I mean? Those are the type of knockouts that could have occurred where Someone could have died. You know what I mean? The impact of the punch, and then, Morrison was already out, and Ray Mercer put the stank on it. He hit him with he hit him with a left hook and made this guy like did insult to injury. That could have killed him. You know what I mean? That was worse than that Deontay Wilder Fury knockdown in the 12th. No, this didn't have anything to do with that. That was a referee like enforced stoppage due to so much savagery blows. Okay, so those punches are violent. Okay, they're coming from heavyweight, especially heavyweight. Any puncher really. And to go into the science of everything, it's really the smaller fighters that get more damage because they're taking more solid punches versus heavyweights. But still, you're still getting punched, okay? You're still taking blunt trauma to the head and face and the body too. But more so, head is causes deaths. I never seen someone get hit to the stomach and, in boxing, okay, and die, right? I haven't. Now, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I haven't heard of that. Any case like that. But yeah, it's all about being safe. It's all about the fight, each fighter coming out of the ring, not unscathed, but healthy, fairly healthy. You know what I'm saying? That they can successfully live the rest of their life without the effect of what happened into the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like positively. I don't mean like, oh man, I wish I had another crack at this fighter and I drank myself to death in my careers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a guy can look back at his career knowing everything works on this guy. I can think straight. I can walk straight. I can talk straight. I can do the things that a normal person does, outside of boxing, after boxing's done. That's what my desire is. It's never my intention or desire to see anyone hurt. So I just want to let everyone know, sure, we talk about people ducking and dodging and dipping and parrying and dodging fights. That happens, sure. But understand, it happens for a reason. Oh, it happens for a reason. People duck fights because they're afraid of that. And their egos won't tell you. So I'm here to tell you what they won't say. Okay? So anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe. And again, you guys' prayers be with Adonis Stevenson. And hopefully he has 100% full recovery. And you guys, please subscribe. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.